The WWE has dominated professional wrestling since the 1980s, with legendary titans like Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, and The Rock. In 2017 alone, the WWE reported revenue of over $800 million. And superstar wrestlers like Brock Lesnar can make over $12 million per year. But only those at the very top reap the big rewards. Many wrestlers never got a piece of the multi-million-dollar action, others lost their earnings entirely, and some signed with much smaller franchises. Whatever the reason, these are the wrestling stars who have been knocked out by financial ruin. Virgil. Michael Jones, aka Virgil, rose to fame during the golden era of WWE alongside Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. Virgil was cast most famously as the valet and bodyguard of the Million Dollar Man, Ted DiBiase. But in real life, post-wrestling, Jones and DiBiase had a falling out. According to an ESPN DiBiase interview, Jones would book an event representing both himself and DiBiase when he knew DiBiase couldn't attend, as a gimmick to make more money. In his desperation for cash, Jones set up a GoFundMe in 2015 with the goal of becoming a millionaire. As of mid-2018, it's raised just over $1,000. Kamala. Billed as the Ugandan giant at 6'9" and over 300 pounds, James Kamala Harris was one of the literal giants of mid-80s WWE. But due to the rigors of his 30-year career, Harris suffered from numerous health issues. By mid-2012, he had undergone 3 amputations due to complications from diabetes, leaving him at first without feet and then without legs. In 2014, according to Bleacher Report, Harris had self-published his life story through a Kickstarter campaign and, at the time, was making ends meet thanks to his monthly disability check. Generous fans helped raise over $40,000 on a GoFundMe after the Bleacher Report article brought attention to his plight, but the health problems haven't let up for the superstar. He underwent surgery in 2017 that nearly killed him, according to TMZ.
I will always be Kamala.
Sunny. WWE divas are a big part of the brand these days, and one of the first names to break out in the WWE in the 90s was Sunny. But since leaving the WWE, Sunny, whose real name is Tammy Lynn Sitch, has landed herself in both legal and financial trouble. Back in 2012, she was arrested 5 times in just 4 weeks, on charges that included violating a protective order and burglary. Then, in 2016, she signed a deal with Vivid Entertainment to release an adult video, suggesting in an interview with TMZ that she needed the money.
But I'm a businesswoman, and I always look for what's best for business as what's best for my bank account.
Sitch has also been in and out of rehab, with the WWE picking up the bill for her. But after she criticized the treatment she was given, the WWE issued a statement saying it would no longer fund her rehabilitation. After 3 DUIs in 2015, Sitch was arrested in March 2018 on charges of contempt of court and being a fugitive from justice. The constant battles with substance abuse in the legal system seem to be taking a toll on this former diva's finances. Tony Atlas. With a remarkable career not just in wrestling but in bodybuilding as well, Tony Atlas holds several records and is the 1987 National Powerlifting Champion, but he's had a heck of a string of bad luck outside of the ring. He told the Hannibal TV that after going through a divorce and paying his taxes, he was on the street for over 1.5 years before he got back on his feet.
When money ran out, I had no trade. I never did nothing. I started wrestling when I was 20 years old, so I never did nothing but wrestling.
In 2015, an Indiegogo campaign was set up to help fund a video featuring Atlas, the proceeds of which would go to help him pay for his home, which was in danger of foreclosure. The campaign ended without meeting its goal, with Atlas still wrestling occasionally on the independent circuit to help make ends meet. Scott Hall. Once one of the biggest names in the WWE, Scott Hall was known in the ring as fan favorite Razor Ramon. But unfortunately, he couldn't overcome his serious substance abuse issues. In 2013, Hall was in such poor health that it took wrestler Diamond Dallas Page putting together an Indiegogo campaign and a rehab program to save Hall's life. At 54, Hall already had a pacemaker and needed a hip replacement he couldn't afford without insurance. Luckily, Page's campaign worked amazingly well, raising over $100,000 and saving Hall's life.
Anybody who's been around Dallas knows he's obnoxiously positive, to the point where it's like, okay, uncle.
These days, Hall looks healthy and happy to be enjoying this next chapter. Jake the Snake. Few names in the history of wrestling are as recognizable as Jake the Snake Roberts. While Roberts was very much at the top of the heap during the meteoric rise of wrestling in the 80s, he fell on hard times in the 90s after years of drug and alcohol abuse finally caught up with him. Diamond Dallas Page also intervened in Robert's life, utilizing his comprehensive rehab program and a successful fundraising campaign for much-needed shoulder surgery. These days, Roberts is touring not as a wrestling star, but a speaker. The routine, which he calls Road Stories, is half tales from his life and half stand-up comedy. And it's allowing him to stay clean and make some cash, all while still entertaining his fans. Thanks for watching. Click the grunge icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel, plus check out all this other cool stuff we know you'll love too.